Good evening. It's a lovely Thursday, and we are back right here on Ubuntu channel with NSAKA. And tonight we are having a wonderful discussion where we are looking at how to keep, protect, or secure a marriage. As we get started, please click on the like or the thumbs button or the heart. Let us know that you are watching, you are following, and share this broadcast with someone. We invite you to be part of tonight's discussion because we do not know everything, but we are here to help one another, to teach one another. And please do make sure that you follow our social media platforms on Facebook. It's Ubuntu Channel Zambia or Ubuntu Channel Live. On X, it's Ubuntu channel, YouTube, Ubuntu channel. Now, as usual, we have our in-house counselor, no other than Evangelist Shaabula, who's with us tonight, giving us and offloading from his wealth and well of wisdom. Evangelist, we are always honored to have you, and it's a pleasure to have you tonight as well. Okay, and we also have Himba. Good evening, Evangelist. Welcome to Ubuntu channel.
Good evening, sir, and wish you well. It's nice to be here again so that we can share and build each other and create harmony in homes so that our homes can be rendezvous of happiness and joy.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you. Himba, good evening. Welcome to Ubuntu channel.
Good evening, CJ. Good evening, viewers. Tuami pokele lokuli konsoko mletu mfila. Tomitambula ngwako mtuswilila. And it's a privilege or it's a great honor to be on Ubuntu channel and just add a voice to build a life out there. I hope and I'm looking forward to have a great and an amazing time here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Himba. Viewers, like I said, tonight we are looking at how do you keep, protect, or secure a marriage. And please do take note. We'll be sharing the link very early as we start on. And there's a number that is scrolling down there that you can use to participate. Please type your comment in the comment section, or whether it's a question or contribution, and then feel free to call us through the line that is scrolling, or you can send a WhatsApp message through that same line. We'll be able to read, we'll be able to interact with you here in the studio. So, to get the ball rolling, Evangelist, we have a question at hand here. How do you keep, protect, or secure a marriage? Now, before you really get into the running phase and into the details of this topic, one would ask, when we are saying keep, protect, secure, what are we looking at? Which perspective are we looking at when we say keep, protect, secure a relationship or marriage?
When we say keep, protect, secure, it is actually a package which is full, which needs to be broken down in pieces so that we can understand what we are talking about. When we say keep, it means you don't lose. It means take care. It means be aware of issues that can disturb your marriage. It means watch out for a certain behavior that can affect your marriage negatively. It means put some measures that will put your marriage together and not scatter it. Now, when we say protect, we are talking about ring fencing. What you are going to put to fence your marriage, so that the flies do not sit on your marriage. There are certain times when we fail to actually protect our marriages. By so doing, we allow negatives to actually affect our marriages. So it is important for us to understand that marriage can be lost if it is not protected. Just like food, CJ,
Yes.
Himba, just like food, if you don't cover it, flies will sit on it. And when flies sit on it, they will leave dirt and cause you to get sick and you die. So we need to protect our marriages so that other people do not come and sit on our marriages and disturb our marriages. It becomes very difficult, CJ, to actually save a marriage once it is affected by termites. It's difficult. So the most important thing what we need to do is protect it before termites or flies sit on it. When we say secure, means ensure that proper protection is given. In other words, double check how you are living with your husband, double check how you are living with your wife, or double check how you are handling each other in your marriage, in your communication, in your finances, in your sexual encounters, in the way you deal with each other, how you respect each other, how your behavior. Some people, they've got nauseating behavior that you don't know whether this person is normal or abnormal or subnormal. You don't know. You don't know where to place them. So the issue here is secure your marriage. And to secure your marriage is double check, see that what you are doing does not destroy your marriage. And therefore, we should keep it, we should protect it, we should secure it. What does this mean? It means that each one in the marriage has a responsibility. The husband or the gentleman has responsibilities in keeping his marriage, in protecting his marriage, in securing his marriage. There is a responsibility for the husband. There is also a responsibility for the wife to ensure that she keeps her marriage, she protects her marriage, and secures it, making sure that it is not attacked from any kind, from any direction by anything. So these are responsibilities. This is what we mean by securing our marriage. So when we say how to, we're saying today we are going to talk about the formula, the means, the tools, the material we're going to use, the equipment we shall use. In other words, the style we are going to use in keeping our marriages, protecting our marriages, and securing. So when that is the how to keep.
Wow. Thank you very much, Evangelist. Now, I would like to scale it down. Since we've just talked about marriage, what about those that are not yet married, in relationships, about to get married? Does this also apply, the keep, protect, and secure?
The formula is the same. Wow. In fact, those who are not even yet married, those are actually campaigning. They are out there campaigning for them to attract a vote to themselves. They need even to do more. To do more. These, they have got, even instead of the 24 hours, these they have to do 48 hours in a day in order to convince the gentleman that they are a marriageable material. So they need to do that. Yeah. So it is not because this one.
Gentleman to be convinced. What about a woman? She need to be convinced by the gentleman that is a marriage material?
In fact, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You are saying what I'm saying. I'm saying these. It means the two, even the gentleman. You know, this is the time when even if you didn't have perfume, you don't use perfume. This is the time when you apply some perfume as you go to visit her, so that is chiwaya. This is the time now when you pull up your socks to the knees, you know. So in short, you know, CJ, those that are in marriage, those that are in relationships are equally bound by these rules that we have set here. They need to do even more because actually they are campaigning. As they are campaigning, they need to prove to the other person that they have not made a mistake by actually staying with you, by picking on you, by voting for you, by deciding to be with you. They've not made a mistake. This is the time, because at this point, CJ, when you are boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, some men, especially these young men, CJ and all these others, these young men, normally you find that they will have maybe 3, 4, 5 girlfriends, and he wants to choose one among the 5. So for you to be picked, you know, to be the best among the 5, it means you must score highly the way you do things. Okay, in every 10 steps, you look back at the gentleman, smile. You walk 5 steps, you look at the gentleman, you smile. Even when you don't need to laugh. You just end, even if he cracks a useless, rotten joke, you should be the first one to smile, because you want to get married. You want to get married. So that is the issue. In other words, I'm answering the question to say, what about those who are in a relationship who are not yet married? Equally, they need to pull up their socks. They need to show proof that, you know, they can keep a marriage, they can protect a marriage, they can secure a marriage. And these, actually, they're not yet, you know, in the home. They're not yet married. So they have a lot to do to convince that person that they are the right person. Now, why should this happen? Now, listen. It is because these people are not living together. As they're not living together, the gentleman will have to prove that indeed you are the right person. So each time you meet, or when you have not met, you are supposed to keep communication lines open. That is one of the. Now I'm getting into the how. You know, for that person, for this lady to be convinced that actually you are still together, one of the things that must be done is actually live communication. Communication which is open, communication which is straightforward, communication which is not which is reasonable. So this is a must, especially for those that are not yet married.
Well, quite some elaboration there. Now, Evangelist, before we get to the formula now, I would like you to just highlight some of the problems that people actually do, or the bad practices that actually create a problem when it comes to keeping, protecting, or securing the marriage.
In other words, we are talking about the bad habits.
Yes.
That can affect your relationship, either in marriage or in courtship.
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, I must say that in fact there are a lot of things that can actually affect your marriage or your relationship, negatively. Number one, immaturity. Immaturity. Immaturity is not, I'm not talking about age. I'm not talking about age. I'm talking about a mind that is ripe, a mind that can understand the issues, decipher them, decode them, and find solutions to problems. A mind that will respect an individual and know that this is a public place, I can't do certain things, I can't say certain things, I can't laugh in a certain way, I can't walk in a certain way, I cannot dress in a certain way, this hairstyle is not allowed, this dress cannot be put on, this type of hairstyle cannot be accepted, this kind of painting my face, like gumu gumu, is not supposed to be. A mind that will not be told, no, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't touch here, don't go that side. So that is very, very important. When you do not have a mind that can assess situations, analyze situations, and find answers to the problems, then you are immature. And men and women, they look for people that are mature. That is why, the age is 21 years that one is allowed to marry, because by that time, your mind is expected to be matured. So the condition number one here, CJ and Himba, is that, a person should not be immature, failing to understand situations and failing to read the mood. You find this, boyfriend of yours, mu public, muyenda chabe so cheve chagula minisi chenda chikudya chabe munjira, just like that. Is chewing in public, whatever it is. But you are trying to talk to this gentleman, him is just it, he means niko na inemi, yoshoka, in a minute yoshoka niko na maning, is just chewing anyhow. Those are bad manners, man. Those are terrible manners. You cannot just walk wenda ukudya chabe just like that. No. Ingati wapeza, if you are listening to me, wapeza chi boyfriend chawo chikudya anyhow. Muma streets, mumabasi, mubasi, mwamini mumini basi paja. Eve is there. No, na shaba nifuna shaba zo kazinga. No, na zo shoka zo senje. It's just eating. Those are bad manners. The gentleman is not mature. So that can lead to a breakup. The other issue, pamela immature behavior. The stories, what you bring out to your friend, discuss. What do you discuss? You want to start discussing about people instead of discussing about the life of your marriage, how you want to live when you get married, the things that you need to do in order for you to be husband and wife. You kakamba chabe ukamba baje wakonda bazikonda maningi, especially akava dress ja ready. Dress ya ready ja izabale terera baje. What has that got to do with your relationship? That is an indication that the chap is just useless, mumutu, So immaturity. The other issue is gossiping. Gossiping. You have got a boyfriend or a girlfriend wants to start gossiping. That is not good for the marriage, for the survival of your relationship. It will not mature into a marriage. So watch your tongue. gossiping. The other issue is telling lies. Ubufi, kubeja, kunama. There are certain people, when they start telling you, they will start with page 1. First the cover. On the cover of the book is lies. Page 1 lies. Page 2 lies. Up to the time when they go to sleep. Even when they go to sleep, they wake up. Where are you? They will tell you, no. Niliko office, but they are sleeping. You know, these are lies. So lies can affect your relationship. Lies can affect your marriage. So we need to be careful what we do. So do not lie. Now, the other one is nikameja but dot. You know, it's very, very important, you know, to be smart, to look smart, This one I'm going to talk very, very softly and tenderly. Number 1, please ensure that you are clean. You start with your pants, underpants. Clean, wash your underpants. For ladies, change from time to time because of who you are. Especially when you are attending your period. Change and put on a new clean pant. From there, clean your body. Chosani machite hair under your armpits. Hair pachite pachinena. Remove hair, pubic hair. Remove it. Because of inkasaro ikachite kuja, it produces my smell. Hair mwameno machite matako between the legs there. You know, sometimes you start accumulating a lot of dew, wankara dew. No. Clean up. Then wash your body with good soap. And then from there, clean. Apply nice mafuta. Clean your mouth. Brush your teeth. There are certain times when your friend who wants to come closer to you, kukamwa. Manja kapeza tunuka chiwaya cheka. No. He will fail to kiss you. You'll be wondering why the gentleman does not kiss you or why the lady does not want to be kissed. It's because of foul air that is coming from your mouth. If you have a problem with that, go to the hospital. You know, they call it hosotisis. They will treat you. So the issue is that make sure that you clean your tongue. Watenga ka frosty, watenga chani ka brush your tongue, because most of the dirty is in your mouth. So a dirty person can actually repel somebody. So we need to be clean. Clean body, clean mouth, clean home where you come from, and clean mind, clean language. Everything that you do must be clean. The other issue that can affect this is the lack of respect. Lack of respect. No, if you take a bachi, you CJ. English manners. English manners yakuti. You see, effective Africa. Unless the two of you, if you agree. If you agree, if the two of you agree to call each other my name is Herbert, my wife is Mtinta. If my wife, if I say, okay, it's okay, there's no problem, call me Herbert, and then she agrees that I call her Mtinta, there's nothing wrong, because the two of us have agreed. But if we're not agreed and I want to keep my tradition, you have to call me Shaabula. Baushi Chorwe. Baushi Mioba. Baushi Chimuka. That is it. That is all up to how we've agreed. We've decided to handle each other. If both of you agree and you are going to use those what you call first name bases, then there's no problem. But mind you, when there are visitors coming, the parents they come, bapeza ine pano pamene ni pano mukazi wanga anita anati Herbert bweraku.
Himba.
That can be a problem.
That is his name.
Their complaints can create a problem in our home. Because a lot of things can go wrong just over a name which we agreed. But when there are people, be careful how you call each other. You may offend the visitors and they will not eat at Uyabiulemwe. Then from there now they are going to wait to see how they are going to be invited to Kutebo. Because now they know that if the husband can be called by his first name, what about Kutebo? I'm sure she will just sit at the table. You know, so lack of respect can create a problem. And and respect itself, if you respect each other, you respect one another, then you are building your marriage. But lack of it, respect, then there will be a problem. Pa lack of respect, I'll come to the in-laws. The in-laws, that's the father-in-law, mother-in-law, and the brother-in-law, and the sister-in-law, and the father-in-law. So these are special people that must be handled in a special way. They are delicate. They are delicate. Because they are delicate, you need also to be delicate in the way you handle them. Especially men. Men are very sensitive, you know, when their relatives visit them. Their parents, they come to visit them. Parents, you know, men, they want to see how the wife is going to handle them. Of course, even the wives also look to men to see how their men will handle their parents or their relatives. But more men are more concerned. Now, it is important for us to understand that these visitors, they've come for the first time and they will not be there for a long time. So give them food to eat, give them water to drink, give them a place to sleep, give them water to bath, entertain them, and walk with them, chat with them. It won't be long. They'll go to their home. You remain with your home. You remain with your children, and you remain with your husband or your wife. So it is very, very important that we should be sensitive to this point. Ni kulu, ni kali. In-laws, you must be there for them, especially parents. You must be there. You must show concern. Now, we have got the mlamus. Yes, the mlamus, yes, you can be concerned about them, but not so much as the parents, because the mlamus, they also have their home. They've got their home, so they should not burden you so much. But at the same time, don't push them out of your life, because they form, you know, part of the family that you have. That is important. Is you know, one thing that can help you also keep or maybe do away with your marriage, that can destroy your marriage, is actually laziness. What is laziness? Kunkala chabe uyembekeza ati wina muntu azapika nsima, azaenda kafunefune ndiwo, azapyanga pa nyumba, unkala chabe we, utamba chabe video, ulipa mpali chabe, nitamba chabe mpali. Now, when you are lazy, you are creating problems for yourself. And you must know that you have got competitors. Competitors, these can be women out there who would want to get into your home so that they can be wives as well. So if you are lazy, then you are likely to lose your marriage. So it is important for us to ensure that we become industrious in our homes. So I think for today, let's look at these as some of the areas that failing to satisfy your partner. Nana isia kubed kuja yo kafika kuja chabe ni story chabe bola chabe Chelsea no Arsenal or wrestling no John Cena Umaga no anamwalira no. You must understand that she is your wife. She is your wife, and she came into your home. She left your father and mother and brothers and uncles there. She came to be with you, and she is not your sister. You must perform sexually. Perform sexually. If you are a lady, perform sexually. Make sure that your husband is satisfied to the fullest. Akute, akondere, even, and it should be any time. It should be tea time. In the way he wants it, not in the way you want it. In the way he wants it. If he asks for double, it's double. If it's triple, triple. If it is quinquillion. If it's billion. Whatever it is, perform. And be an expert. Don't just perform. So many things that you need to do. Touch here, touch there. Be busy. Keep yourself busy. Do not just sit there idly. No, be busy. Uchoke chive, choka chive. Kufunika chive chizichoka. Ngati chizichoka chive, you are doing nothing. So in this area, perform in your marriage, in your relationship, so that things can be done. So maybe we just look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These points are very, very important. So it is important to do this. Maybe we add 2 more. The other one is the arguments. Arguments. You want to prove to your friend that I know you are wise. Ni argument. No. If you are that so, no, my mother did not do this. Oh, we can't do no. So the issue here is that you are spending too much time arguing
Evangelist,
than spending
Evangelist, we are not able to
too
hear you nicely.
much time solve the problem. So when you begin down upon, they argue, but it must be problems. So is finances, money. Money can be a source of problems in the marriage or in a relationship as boyfriend or girlfriend. So we need to be open to each other, and we need to include each other in the budget and in the things that we are doing, so that none of us is left behind. So work together in the area of finances. And this also we can extend it to property. Even the properties that we have, it is important that we work together as husband and wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend, depending on the level of relationship that you have. You can co-own a property, you own property. Or if you are a team that will decide, no, each one must have his own property, I don't have a problem. It means that muzivana mweka pabiri muzivana. It means things are not okay, because if you're okay and if you are living together, there shouldn't be a problem. So these are some of the things that we need to do. Yeah, and in marriage, again, the other point that I want to bring is the discipline. When you are dealing with the discipline of the family, both of you must be able to agree the lines, the boundaries, the limits that you are going to set in administering discipline in your family. So discipline will begin with the husband. He must be disciplined. The husband must be disciplined. The wife must be disciplined, and the children will follow suit. If you, the husband, you say, don't come home from school anywhere, I don't want you to reach home around 19 hours. Then when you come, for you as a husband, when you go to visit, you come back around 2 hours in the morning. Then what kind of discipline are you applying in the home? So we need to actually be people that are going to set good examples in our homes, so that our homes becomes the mirror of society, the mirror of the nation. Thank you. I think this is enough for today.
Thank you, Evangelist. Wam Kelebai, good evening and welcome.
Good evening. Good evening, Shaabula, and good evening, CJ. And good evening, Himba.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Thank you so much.
Great to have you. So, whilst you are still catching up, I want to bring in Himba. Himba, Evangelist has given an elaboration of issues that are a problem when it comes to keeping, protecting, and securing a marriage. I want to have your view and what you'd like to offload on this subject.
Thank you so much, CJ. For me, I'm going to concentrate so much on protecting your marriage and probably protecting your relationship. And I think I'm not going to talk about those who are in a relationship baja bakali kubisama bayimira musimwatu mitangu twa mango baja. But I'm going to talk about ajabakali kobekera dimbi tumbale twalifika, that kind of thing. Those are the people I'd love to maybe to say something. Well, when you are in a marriage or a relationship, there are many people who are admiring you. That's one thing you should know. No matter how you who is in that marriage see it as a horrible marriage, there are other people who see that marriage as heaven on earth. They're admiring. Some they would even go kubanganga uti bakabawashe bakabapike just to have your space. Whereas when you're wearing these wedding bands, these engagement bands, people they would think, oh, here is heaven on earth, So, how do we secure our relationship? How do we also secure our marriages? you know. And first and foremost, before I go any further, is it important to secure our relationships? Anyway, when we talk about marriage, we're also talking about relationships, because in a marriage, if there's no relationship, that marriage won't exist. So for a marriage to exist, there should be a relationship between husband and wife. So how do we secure such relationships? Is it important to secure such relationships? I would say yes, it is very important to secure. And I like the term which Evangelist used, that made at my termines, you know, they are,
Termites,
yeah, they are there.
termites,
Now,
and
yes,
house flies, and
exactly.
house flies.
And I think these house flies we are talking about ni vija vinzi vikulu vikulu vija va
The
vionekana green
green.
ukachiona, so wachiona chionekana
Mm.
green. These are the kind of flies we are talking about here.
Yeah,
You
well,
know, so these
yes, Himba.
who see your marriage as a who see your marriage like something, your marriage is just something, and that's something they want to have, dear my desire, you know. So what am I trying to say, and how do we protect our marriage? How do we protect our marriages? First and foremost, let's appreciate what we have. Let's appreciate that marriage, because if you don't appreciate your marriage, you'll not be able to protect it. If you don't, and you don't treasure that marriage or that relationship, you're not there, no reason to fight for it. How do you fight, or how do you protect or secure something that is you don't appreciate? Value that marriage, value that relationship. You can't protect something you don't value. You can't protect something that you don't appreciate. You don't, and again, love your relationship, love your marriage. Those are
Mhm,
the driving factors that will take you to protect your marriage. Now,
mhm,
what are those things we should be careful of? First, it's actually the environment, the people we associate with. What kind of people do we associate with in that relationship and in that marriage? Me, I don't believe, okay, yes, people, it's a very strong, I mean, ideologies where people say, a married person can't be a friend to a person who is not married. I think for me, I aim to disagree. There are people who are not married, who are mature than even the people who are married. There are people who are married, who are not married, who are genuine than the one of that marriage. But what is difficult is to identify them. Konat, we are genuine, we are genuine. That is where the problem is. But you should be able to identify such people. You should be able to identify, who do I invite into my inner zone? Who do I invite into my marriage? If a problem weti mafuna tingaronga we ineba muna banga nkale ana Liz, you don't know what is Liz's intentions. You don't, my wife, I don't mind, I can leave my wife with CJ. You don't know what is CJ's intentions at that particular time. So those are the things you should be very careful. Secondly, you know, if there's a biggest cancer, me I call it cancer in a marriage, it's family and close friends.
mhm.
Family members ni cancer ya mchikwati. And if this cancer is not managed properly, kashita spread, that marriage will not survive. That relationship will not survive. The moment you allow this cancer, yaenda kubokange cancer, you know, if it is spreads, yaenda ku brain, yaenda kuchani, it becomes very difficult to manage it. Ndiye mwema nkalila my family members. The moment as a partner, or I'm talking as a wife, as a husband, you don't
Yeah.
draw the lines ukuthi apa family yanga ndiye pemupelela, apa imwe bafamily banga bakuli bamayi ndiye pemupelela. Me as a woman, my family members, you end here, and this space is for my husband. And again, as a man, you should say, you end here, this space is for a wife. You know, I even find it very funny. You are going to find the mother-in-law. It has been very common. I see these videos on social media. They are fighting on kala kuntangu kwa mpando. Ndiye mayinza eti kamba ndana zankala kuntangu kwa mpando. Sure, it should be bring an issue, and this man will be stressed over that. So the biggest cancer we need to take care of or to manage in our marriages are family members. There's no way I can go to my brother's house today. I want to take the position of my sister-in-law in that house, and then my brother will let me do whatever I want, even to make my sister-in-law uncomfortable. I'm a cancer in that marriage. I'm making that wife not to be valued. And that, so if my brother wants to secure his marriage, he should make me realize my boundaries and fit in my position. That's the way he's going to protect his marriage. But if my brother is going to use words like, no, nimakulubanga kainge, blood is thicker than water, just know that you're married to a man, napela. Just know that you're married to a woman, napela. Such words where you want to protect your marriage, that should not happen. Secondly, it's the language we use in these relationships. It's my mother. The moment you get married or the moment you're planning to marry, the language has to change. When you're talking about the parents to your spouse, they become your parents as well. So be careful the language you are using. Not "Bamai van wenzela bwela." Already that is a problem. Be careful. Oh, bamai van mwe bamakambira sinkondwela. Bamai van babwela babwele ku omugo balefu okwisa ntensanga na papa. Don't forget kuti uli omwana omwaume na yena mwana wabo, So you have to sit and look, sweetie, your mother wants to come and look after me after I give birth, and my mother wants to come and look after me after giving birth. How do we handle this matter? You table it. These are family members we are talking about. These are in-laws we are talking about. The moment you fail to handle such issues, just know that that marriage will not last. The moment you're going to allow your sisters, your brothers to come and feel in the position where your wife you're in your wife's position or in your husband's position, it's a problem. Secondly, my old friends or still friends, tinakula nabo aba tachoka nabo kumunzi. No. What you did in the past, it's a different situation. When they come here, they've got a different position, bakabwela kuno ni banzanu. Yes, welcome them. And if actually the friends to my husband, they shouldn't be uncomfortable around me, and my friends, they shouldn't be uncomfortable around my husband. If they're uncomfortable, then there's a problem. Nishibabisa chani bamaonana kumbali, or do they have ill intentions about my relationship with my fiancé, with my husband? So you really have to open up. Inangu kansa ni church. If ngani yaku church is not managed properly to protect your marriage,
Okay.
Bishop bakambakuti, bishop and especially this bakuti at midweek prayer. This is a working woman. You are talking about a marriage and you want to protect your marriage. You are a working wife. Wachoka kunyumba na 6. You leave at 6 a.m. Waenda kunchito, you knock off at 5 p.m. After wakomboka from work straight tienda ku midweek service. Mwenda mwafika kuja hello go papa. Up to what time? Up to kangani kuma 21, 22. What time are you going to cook for your husband? What time are you going to talk to your husband? And if you are in a courtship, will a man understand the whole day has been busy, then why can I church? Then again, pasata de mlea mpianga, pasande mwaya mlea ku church, ku service, after service, tulea kuchitente, after kuchitente, tulea mkutanishawa. All that. How do you protect your marriage in such an environment?
Prayer warriors.
My prayer warriors. Now them. So, and we should be careful the way we handle church matters. We are not saints as Pempela. Yes, we need God. And without God, we are nothing. And any relationship or marriage without God, it's a doomed marriage or doomed. But how do you manage to protect your marriage? How do you manage those issues to secure your marriage? How do you manage all this cancer around you to secure? Because the marriage needs to be protected. The marriage needs to be guarded jealously, and you need to secure it. So now, CJ, I rest.
Thank you, Himba. Just allow me to read through a few comments that were on the post on our page on this same topic. So Lance Sunny says, don't check her phone. Don't check her phone. She should check yours too. She shouldn't check yours too. Simple social rule. Don't look for problems. Then Rafik says, for phone, stay away from the phone. Okay, and then we have Pastor Humphrey Mumba who says, know how you can keep your marriage. Okay, 1. Love your partner. 2. Do the duties of marriage. 3. Don't compare your marriage and partner to another marriage or person. 4. Check on your partner regularly, etc. Then he says how to protect your marriage. Support your partner. Set boundaries in your marriage. 3. Develop trust. And then how to secure your marriage. Number 1, know your partner very well, e.g. moods or character. Number 2, provide at home. Number 3, register your marriage with the registrar of marriage. Number 4, know your partner's relatives. Okay. Rafik says, more especially when Walia sends a text message that I love you, when Walia is a fellow man, the fight begins. The owner understands his phone better. Elijah Lungu says transparency in everything, very important to keep your marriage. Okay, now I want to bounce back to Evangelist because time is really running out, and I would like Evangelist to go quickly through the main points of how to keep, protect, or secure the marriage. Very important. Evangelist, over to you.
Number 1, love. You know, love is like a glue that is put on a stamp and envelope. When two people love each other, then everything will fall in place. So there must be love in order for you to keep your friend, to protect your marriage, to secure your marriage. You need to love each other. The other point is work together. In everything that you do, you need to work together. In other words, unity is power. When you are united, you'll be able to tie a lion. When you are united, you'll be able to bring down an elephant. Meaning that, you know, as husband and wife, you'll be able to achieve more by working together than working as singles. So it is important for you to work together. The other issue is, as in keeping this marriage, is be transparent to each other. Now, when we talk of transparency, we're talking about not hiding anything that you cherish most. If there's anything that you are keeping to yourself, it means that it is negative to your friend. And when it is negative to your friend, it means that it will not help your marriage, it will destroy your marriage, it will not keep it, it will not protect it, it will not secure your marriage. So if you have anything that is in you and you cannot share it with your friend, with your husband, with your wife, with your boyfriend or girlfriend, then you don't need it. You don't have to keep it. Throw out that which you are trying to keep to yourself. Spend quality time together. I didn't say spend time together. I said spend quality time together. Meaning that when you are together, make sure that the time that you have put together is an investment. Get the returns from that investment. Enjoy that quality time. The other issue is that you have to appreciate each other. Appreciate each other. That you have this person and this person is important to you. You cannot do without him or without her. So it is important that you appreciate each other, and then also you do things together with that person. The other issue is that deal with the crisis and stress in a positive manner. Be the same. There will be time for wind. There will be time for rain. There will be time for dusty. There will be time for agony. So you must be able to deal with the crisis and the stress in a positive manner. Do not fight, do not quarrel. Sometimes the difficult situations may come, but sit down, be sober, and do things the right way. The other issue that you must do is that you must have a strong value system. Strong value system. How do you regard your friend? You know, it's the value that you put on the other person that will cause you to respect them or not to respect them. So it is very, very important that you have a strong value system as husband and wife. The other point that you need to do is be physically attractive to your friend. Be attractive. Do not repel. It will be something that can bring you together with your friend. And then respect your mate. It's very, very important in a relationship that you respect each other. And also be cheerful. Do not be walk with a folded face all the time. You need to be cheerful and then be able to share those wonderful times together. The other issue is that mind the way you deal with each other. Mind the way you deal with each other. You know, there are certain people who have got very bad language. When they talk to you, they want to demean you. So you need to be sensitive to your friend, how you deal with each other, how you handle issues. You need to be sensitive, because if the other person feels that you are demeaning them, then they will not be motivated in whatever you are doing. Now, the other issue that we need to look at is be content. Be content. You know, the lady that you have or the gentleman that you have and what you have should be enough for you. If you are not content, it's ukutira. You want this more and more, that which your friend cannot provide, then you have a problem. It will cause you to go outside and look for other women because you are not contented with what is happening. So be content. The other issue is family planning. Do not have children every 6 months. You have children. Your wife is pregnant and the triplets are being born. No. Plan your family. You must have an affordable family which you can manage, which you can feed, which you can dress, you can take to school, and you can attend to their health because you are able. So do not have a large family. God never said you should go and fill the earth alone. No. Each one must be able to contribute. Yes, each one must be able to contribute to this world so that we can have other people around us. The other issue is that do not tell people family secrets. In other words, you must have a sacred circle, meaning that the issues and the things that happen in your marriage or relationship should not be shared with unauthorized people. Even your sister or your mother or your father or your brother, they should not know what is happening between you and your boyfriend, you and your husband or your wife. So you must have, an inner circle, a sacred circle where you can handle all these things and be able to discuss. Then the other issue that we must understand is that it is important to find time in your relationship to worship God, to pray and praise Him together. And when we do that, then we'll be growing spiritually and also physically and emotionally, then you find that you have a strong marriage, a strong family. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Evangelist, for that great and deep insight into how to keep, protect, and secure a marriage. Mr. Nyirenda, good evening, and it's great to have you. Mr. Nyirenda.
Yeah, thank you so much, CJ, for having me. It's a great to see you again.
Yeah, pleasure is mine as well. Now, before you come in, Mr. Nyirenda, I would like Wom Kediwai to give his view on tonight's topic, and please bear with us. Time has really gone, and I would like you to give summarized views because we are getting into the conclusion of our program. Wom Kediwai.
Thank you. Anyway, a lot has been said. I'll just say a few things, just few things that I felt Shaabula emphasized on, but I thought he was a little bit soft on that aspect, that um especially when it came to uh, he was mentioning even John Cena in bed, you know, and Undertaker, Umaga, all those people. I just wanted to say that when you are in a relationship, see, men usually wants to show their wives that they are stronger and they want to teach them a lesson, but you're forgetting that it takes two to tango. It has to go both ways, or else you will you will burn out, despite the strength that you may have. Communication, love making, it's a two-way thing, especially to our women. They enjoy more than what we do. So when we communicate, we talk about what how we want it to be. That is the most important thing. Teaching, trying to show your wife or trying to prove a point that you are strong, that will just burn you. And these are the reasons why, after doing it for maybe a month or 1 year, you become tired. And that's what makes now people now wanting to go and look elsewhere. Why? Because you've been doing the same thing and you're getting tired of teaching your wife a lesson, trying to convince her or to show her that you are a man. You can go so many rounds, you can do whatever, but you are forgetting that whatever you are doing, you are forgetting that sometimes she's not even satisfied. But because of the secrets that we don't talk about sex openly to our partners, we just pretend that all is well. Kansi muntu alina chilaka, so namkwanisa, so namfikisepo, olo wakunama nokunama. Because women, I know, because they fake a lot. Headaches, or even cry as if it is she has reached, but yet kulibe. But the thing is, it takes two to tango. Relationships, very important to maintain, but at the same time, kambani, palinkani ya sex, doggy style, 69, whatever you call it, their position. Don't feel shy. Don't think was witima na mizira myambo kuti vakanioneramu nikavaoza vamuna vanga nifuna doggy style vazambo nifunza nanga unaipunzirira kuti muntu mukuru kulibe tunapunzira kuti. These days you can punzira pama internet, you can punzira kuvanzako, you can punzira everything, so you cannot pretend to be surprised when you know. As long as you're adult, you're a human being. That is what I wanted to say. It's communication, takes two to tango. You don't have to satisfy your partner. You need to communicate even yourself. As you are willing to satisfy your partner, you are also satisfied. That's my take.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abia, please, let's have your submissions.
CJ, my submission is just quite short this time. And it's my request to you to go back to the Facebook page there. There is some point that I want to emphasize. There is a comment. Maybe there is 4 points there. Now I want to go and I want you to go and read it. Those 4 points. There's a point that I'm looking for.
Okay.
That I want to emphasize. Yes, there is a person who has commented for about 4 points or 5 points. There is a comment that I'm looking for.
From Himba.
Yes.
Okay. So on keeping marriage, he says, number 1, love your partner. Number 2, do the duties of marriage. Number 3, don't compare your marriage and partner to another marriage or person. Number 4.
That is the comment I'm looking for. That is the comment
Sorry?
I'm looking for. That is the
Okay.
comment I'm looking for. Comparing your spouse to another man. Okay? You know, this problem, CJ, has become common in our societies. You know, these women like to compare us with another person there. And as men, we also like to compare our partners with another partner there. So this behavior, if we can emphasize in our community, it's not good, it's not healthy for our marriage to compare our spouse to another person. No, each and every person has his own humanity. Right? For you to fall in love with that person, there is a thing that we are immersed and for you to get interest into. So it is a bad behavior if you can compare your spouse to another person because it means that you are not faithful to that partner. That is the point that where I want to emphasize because it has become common. So if anyone, viewers, if you are following, please don't compare your spouses to another person. No, each and everyone has got his own attitude. So you treat those attitudes internally in your house. Osati no aneba chitava so nangai why ukangochita muno munyumba. No. That is wrong. That's my point.
Baabia, what if ufuna uchita compare mkazi wako na Jennifer Lopez that in a positive way?
No. There's nothing like positive way, Mr. Mkrewa. You know, when you are bringing in another person, into your marriage, that is a problem.
I mean, if you tell your wife, sweetheart, you are so beautiful. You are so beautiful that I love you. Each time I see you, you are like a star. You're like you compare to one of these beautiful, the most beautiful, richest women on the planet. Is that a bad idea?
No, it's a bad one. It's a bad. You know, you are recommending someone who is beautiful. You say you are very beautiful, like a star.
But why should you even compare me? Why can't you just praise me? Why should you compare me? Why can't you just praise me based on my own?
Yes. I mean, that is a praise. If I tell you, say, "Oh my God, you look beautiful." Oh, vambi wanyamata masiku anotimamvera na munyimbo mayo wandiwachi. Even make comparison with you to their parents, to their mother. You are my mother. Number 2, my one. Is that a bad thing?
Thank you. Thank you.
Very wrong, because if his mother and I'm not a good cook, we are going to compare again. It will be bad. Very wrong.
That is going to negative, not negative. I'm talking about positive.
Sorry. This debate can go on and on. Himba, as you are concluding, I want you to touch. There's one thing that has been mentioned, issue of my phone. Okay, it seems to be quite an issue. You're checking my phone. In terms of protecting your marriage, now malonda, following your partner wherever they go, calling up, who are you with? What are you doing? So quickly.
Thank you so much, CJ. For me, CJ, people probably my comment here may not settle well with other people, especially maybe my dear father will scream at me and say, Himba, you're on the other side of the world. But basically, I hope he's not listening. Is he there? I hope he's not listening, Evangelist. But basically, what I would say.
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening.
For me, the issue of the phone should not be a factor. It only becomes a factor if you turn yourself into a competitor in that marriage. You know, I hear people say, no, phone yake ni yanga. You know, for me, I think that I think twice about it, because there are things that one thing you should know, whether you like it or not, your husband had a life before you. Your husband has a life with you. Your husband will still have a life when you are gone. Even when you die today, he will continue living. Your wife had a life before you. Your wife has a life besides you. Your wife will still have a life when you're gone. It doesn't mean that when you die, she'll stop living. You stop lying to yourself. The fact of the matter, for me, the phone is like, if I start following my husband, then one, I'm feeling insecure. I'm telling myself I'm not good enough for this man. If I know that I'm playing my role and I'm good enough for this man, and I know I've done my duties as a married woman, there's nobody who should be a threat to my marriage. However, there are people, but I'm a phone in suicide mission. And when you're looking for a fault, people goes through their partner's phones. Most of the time, they're looking for a fault. They're not even looking for good things. They're looking for faults. And believe you me, you're going to find a fault, because you don't understand how your partner relate with other people. Even within their family, you don't understand. Sometimes kuna wakazi hapa mulomo, your man has business transactions, your man has other things which you're not supposed to know. I know a woman who was divorced because of going to tell the neighbors, because of nchito ya bamuna, bamuna banga basebeza kuchanchani, bamuna banga bamadiringana vaso, not knowing that she was putting her husband's job at risk. It was not her fault. It's because she did not understand. So there are certain things we don't understand. And no matter how you're going to set your partner's phone, whether you like it or not, CJ, there's a component in somebody's life that you don't know, only God knows. So stop wasting your time. All you're going to do, make sure you're a good partner in that relationship. Make sure you contribute and you play your role. Phone mama, you go to the grave faster than you thought. Even you as a man, you're going to question for nothing. Addiction, CJ.
CJ,
Yes,
that point, the issue of phone, maybe it's here I'm talking about maturity also. Maybe it is the levels you still have issues with life. I want to tell you that there should not be any reason for anybody to feel insecure about the wife or the husband touching the phone. Now, I'm talking about touching the phone, but not with the intent of checking the phone. There's a difference. There's checking the phone and there's touching the phone because she wants to use my phone for whatever reason. She wants to use it. There should not be a problem. There should not be a problem. If she begins to think that she needs to check the phone,
investigate.
Then before I begin to blame her, if it is me, I want to tell you, if it is me, Shaabula, I will still not accuse her. The problem would be with me. Because there must be some behavior that has indicated that I'm not trustworthy. She needs to find out exactly who I am, what I'm doing, who I'm doing what I'm doing with. There is, for me, here where I am, my phone, my wife handles my phone in any way. And there's nothing, even when I go to sleep, she will have it. There's no, I don't expect a call from a girlfriend to say, Evangelist Nikufuna. Chifua ninasira kudala. Ninasira kudala. So what does that lady want? There's nothing. I'm done. I've gone past that life. So to me, that's what I'm saying. It is also the age, the age group in which we are. That is what can sometimes cause that. But there are also young people that are self-controlled. They don't go through that. Even when even just going through, you are reading whatever is there. Why should you be reading? Because it means that you are looking for something. Because if she's going to pick my phone, to me, and that she has got trust for me, she'll just get the phone and do what she wants to do on the phone and leave it. The moment she begins to look for issues and tissues, then it is an indication that either I've not behaved well and she's trying to verify, or two, I may have lived a good life. Maybe the fault is with her. So she's trying to keep me busy, needs to explain things which are irrelevant when actually she's the one who is a culprit. Wow. She can create a storm in a cup of tea. You are fighting, you are quarreling, whatever it is, when actually she's actually trying to hide under that.
Now,
so what I'm trying to say is that
Evangelist, sorry for cutting you short. We've run out of time.
The last point I had is that I want to talk just to share this message with those who are getting married, who are looking to go into marriage, especially women. Now, I'll just share a little bit with my fellow young people there who are engaged. Mama, if your man can't buy a bamba for himself, that is a red flag. If your man can't buy a belt staples, it's a red flag. I'm not saying he's not a good guy. Probably he's going through, because those are difficult things to buy for men. But if a man struggles to buy bamba, nyongambika pakata peva vala, masoti vavala yo doka, bali beka.
Himba wamboleta nkanizi nangu manje. Evangelist, please, in 2 minutes.
CJ, my battery is at 4%.
Yes, please, in 1 minute, please, Evangelist, please conclude.
No, allow him to say bye, CJ.
Yes.
Anytime you go, allow him to say bye. Just say bye, Mr.
Go ahead.
In saying bye, I want to say that, dear friends, a relationship or marriage is like a business. It is actually business. There is investment that is required of you. You need to invest your love. You need to invest your time. You need to invest your abilities. You need to invest your talents. Marriage is an investment. The question is, what are you bringing into this marriage? Do not ask what you are going to take out of this marriage. If you are going to invest, then the returns will be there for you, and the marriage will take care of you. So in short, please invest so that you can keep your marriage, you can protect your marriage, and you can secure your marriage. God bless you. Thank you so much.
You are muted.
Yeah, this technology. Thank you very much, Evangelist. It's always a pleasure to tap into your wealth and your wisdom each and every time we have our program. Viewers, tonight's topic seems to be one that needs to be continued, as different issues keep on popping up as we go on. However, time is never enough. What comes up, as they say, must come down. From everyone who's been part of tonight's broadcast, Evangelist, Bom Kerebai, Abia and Himba, myself, as well as Emmanuel, who's been our director, and everybody who participated on our social platforms who sent in a message. We just want to say thank you. Continue following and being part of our broadcast. Let us spread the word out there, because we need good families. We need homes that are strong. If you need any help, please feel free to drop us a message, get in touch with Evangelist, so that you get the help that you need. Well, it has been a great 1 hour, 20 minutes. This is where we say good night and God bless.